Gosh dang YouTube. What the heck is going on, man? The heck? Oh, we're live. Greetings, humans. Greetings. And welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Beer Here. Toy Not Your Veteran in the Woods. And today, if YouTube allowed me to get online here, technical difficulties, people. Who knew? Who knew Bear could have a technical difficulty here? Anywho, want to wish everyone out there a very happy spring break. Hopefully you're taking a break from spring out there. Although the students here in Panama City might be a little chilly. It's about 55 degrees outside and raining, so not the best beach weather. Maybe if you're like P-Money out there and coming from the cold Arctic north, it might be just fine. But for the rest of us, holy cow, Bear was, it was shorts weather just the previous week. And all of a sudden, you gotta get wrapped up again. What the heck, man? Bear blames global warming out there. Global warming. Yes, indeed. I want to say hi. Great to see Amy out here. Plus Melissa as well. Always great to see the Lesters. P-Money. Great to see P-Money. And all the P-Monies out there. Little P-Monies and Mrs. P-Money out there. Still a 29-year veteran. Yes, indeed. We need to know the day he reaches 30 so we can celebrate. Well, once again, beers have a loose concept of time. Much like starting about 5 minutes late here. So there we are. Yes, indeed. Happy day after wearing green and drinking while bringing Jesus taught the Irish Day. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we will go with that. We will go with that. And Bear did celebrate. St. Patrick's Day. The day that they took the snakes out of Ireland. Probably bears too. I don't know if there's that many bears left in Ireland. We'll have to. Hold on. Let's look this up, people. This has bear intrigue. 1 second, people. We are taking a detour here. Let's see. Bears in Ireland. Let's see what it says here, people. The Eurasian brown bear. Rescuing the brown bears. Wild Ireland. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what this has to say. 1 second, people. Brown bears were one of the largest blind carnivores in Europe for thousands of years. Brown bears roamed Ireland. Really? Ireland was once clothed in dense woodland, and the Irish bears called these ancient Celtic rainforest home. It was ours, people. It was ours. Till we were pushed out. The Irish bears would have preyed on red deer, wild boar, and Irish hares. They would have fished in our salmon-rich rivers. There you are. There you are. Bear needs to go back to ye old country. Hush, 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 hush. Yar. They're not pirates. Well, whatever. Great to see Jiminy here. Why is Power Girl on her belly? I don't know. I'm probably trying to get rid of the tan lines there, I suppose. You can do that. That's fine. The one character who should be facing the viewers. Well, we do apologize about that. Do apologize. There you go. Well, you do know about the Irish bear population. Hush, 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 hush. Did the Irish bears go to the pub? Probably. We were the ones that founded Ireland, apparently. So, yeah, they probably stole the whiskey recipe from bears out there. That's where we're going to go with that one. All right, people, I know everyone out there wants to talk about Irish bears. But actually, we've got a campaign up. Actually, we got two updates, but let's just do the one here. If Bear can do the thing with the thing, it would help. It would help a lot. Oh, there we go. We were just talking about this the other on the other show there. A colorist. What's going on with the colorist out there? Even your boy. Even your boy has some issues there with some colorist out there. He's got a new colorist for Impossible Stars 2. Actually, I tell you, the first Impossible Stars, The colors were really, really good. They were really good out there. So I hope everything's okay. There's some interesting colors there, some pages there. But yeah, Bear thought that Impossible Stars did a really good job with the coloring out there. But apparently, let's see. Hi everyone. Hiya boy. We had replaced the old colorist, color channel, who colored the last few Jawbreakers books. We'll be starting over from page 1. Holy cow! So Possible Stars 2 might take a little bit. Might take a little bit. So we keep an eye on that one and see what happens with that. Bear also has, I'll just have to read it for you good people here, literally just came in over the transom. To flip the script here from your boy Zach, he says 2 pages are left. They'll be on the Jawbreakers forever. Hi everyone. Hiya boy. Aaron Alfeche only has to finish a 2-page spread, and then he's done with the 14 additional pages for the Jawbreakers forever. They'll be returning to working on the Jawbreakers contingency, launching on April 12th. Well, there you go. Pretty cool. He's got a that's actually a pretty nice picture. Let me see if I can get that in. 1 second here, people. Beautiful little bit of Machu Picchu out here. 1 second here. Let me do the thing with the thing. Talk amongst your shelves. Talk amongst your shelves out there, people. Bear tries to figure out the OBS here. All right, let's see. You do the thing with the thing. You shake it all about. You do the okey dokey. And that's what it's all about. There we go. Alright, do that. Okay, you thing. Yada yada. Where are we? Come on, Bear. Do the thing with the thing. Here it is. Okay, there we go. There we go. It'll probably be supersized there. Nope, it's not. Look at there. Look at there. So there you go. There is Aaron Alfeche's work. Oops, hold on. Wrong one there. Wrong one there. There we go. That's the right one. This is why you try not to do this live. You try and do this ahead of time. Anyways, there you go. Some nice work there. Machu Picchu out there. Beautiful. Beautiful work. Looking forward to Jawbreakers. Numero 4. Numero 4 out there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go back. Figure out what we're doing. Come on, Bear. Get it together, man. One of these days. Professional show. Yada, 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 yada. Let's see. It's hilarious, says Jiminy Cricket. Seeing Kryptonians trying to get a tan. And the black chick, too. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, you're out there amongst everybody else out there. Enjoying your time at the beach. The way a bear says hi to you, boy, Zach, sounds like Zach was a family dog. Hiya, boy. Hi. Jiminy's going to have to name his first dog, Zach, and train him to come when I say, hey, you boy. Hey, you boy. Come here. Come here, you boy. Oh, come on, you boy. Let's go. Let's get something to eat there. Anyways, there we go. There is 2. Bear was like, oh, I only got 1 update. Whew, no, Bear got 2 updates. From your boy Zach out there. So there you go, some fun stuff. Going to check it out. Looking forward to Impossible Stars. Hopefully they'll get whatever they have figured out there and get that taken care of. Like you said, back to it here. Some nice coloring. The first book, great. The second book looked like it was doing really good. You never know. Maybe there was some either personal issues or you never know. You never know with some of that stuff. So unfortunately, they got to go back to square one. But hopefully for the best out there. All right. Where's Bear here? Come on, man. Get it together here. Got a show to do. She's getting. They're all getting tans there. They are all getting tans out there. We'll come back to this in just a moment. But we actually have kind of some interesting stuff out there. Bear, let's do a little bit of behind the scenes stuff here for beer, because you try and figure out, okay, what's a good story, what's good to talk about and everything, and sometimes the same topic kind of comes up over and over and over again. You try to put a different spin on it, kind of, okay, this is something different, this is something new, da da da. You try not to do overload the zone. A lot of people say, oh, beer, why are we doing crypto talk? Why are you talking about the pandemic and all this other stuff? Come on, man. So we gotta try and figure out, okay, how is this kind of new or different? And it doesn't want to keep banging the same drum over and over again. But sometimes that drum needs to be banged here. So let's get right on into it here. We'll come back to this. Actually, they have a DC series that they're doing a whole bunch of swimsuit issues on. So we'll come back to that in just a second. But we've got other DC issues to talk about here, including some interesting stuff out here from who is this? The Hollywood Reporter. Those people in the know call it THR out there, but Bear's not in the know. He doesn't really care either. Ben Affleck. That would be the Ben Affleck Batman out there. On Air. It's his new movie coming out. The new CEO gig. Those memes. I am who I am. Hush, 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 hush. No, he's not paying Popeye out there. Anyways, pretty decent. Let's see. Rebecca Keegan out there gave a pretty good interview for THR out there. We're not going to go through all that stuff. Let me find the a very young looking Ben Affleck there back in, holy cow, 1998. Holy cow. That was the previous millennium, people. Anyways, he was talking about his time, if you can find it here. Here we go. Talking about his time with Justice League, the Batman, all that sort of stuff. Is Batman in a Popeye movie? No, unfortunately. Unfortunately not. No, he's doing some sort of Michael Jordan movie. Michael Jordan sneaker movie. Michael Jordan isn't even in it. He doesn't even get a cameo or even a lookalike or anything like that. It's just about the shoes. Just about the shoes. A good article. Bear has it in the description down there if you want to check it out. A long article talks about a whole number of other stuff here. Just trying to pull out. Amy says, that's too bad. That's too bad. Ben Affleck might make a good Popeye out there. You never know. Anyways, start to talk about the Justice League and some of the other stuff here at DC. So I figured, hey, let's go ahead and take a look and see what they have to say here. Anyways, Rebecca, was it her name? Rebecca? She was asking Ben Affleck here, talking about some movies. Oops, I didn't mean to do any cursing there. Some of the movies that he's enjoying doing, as opposed to, and she's leading him here into the Justice League experience. The fact that Ben Affleck's talking about here, the fact that these stories became somewhat repetitive to me and less interesting. He says, yeah, I finally did figure out how to play the character of Batman. He nailed it in The Flash. Oh boy. For the 5 minutes he's in there, it's really great. You really hate to see that a good actor like that only finds his character after what? Two movies? 3 movies, I suppose, out there. A lot of it is just tone. You've got to figure out what's your version of this person. Who is the guy that fits what you can do? Who's the guy that fits what you can do? I tried to fit myself into Batman. Well, you gotta fit yourself into the suit first. And then, by the way, I like a lot of the stuff that we did, especially the first one. That would be Batman versus Superman. And she goes on, she asks, but not the Justice League. What went wrong there? Well, that could be a whole article in and of itself there. Justice League, there we go, you could teach a seminar on all the reasons why this is how not to do it, ranging from production to bad decisions to horrible personal tragedy, and just ending with the most monstrous taste in his mouth. The genius and the silver lining is that Zack Snyder eventually went to AT&T and was like, look, I can get you 4 hours of content, and it's principally just all of the slow motion that he shot in black and white. Can you really add? Can you really add another hour and a half with just slow motion shots? Zack Snyder. He loves his slow motion. And one day of shooting with me and him, he was like, "Do you want to come shoot in my backyard?" And I was like, "I think they're a union, Zack. I think we have to make a deal." But I went and did it, and now Zack Snyder's Justice League is my highest rated movie on IMDb out there. There you go. There is crazy old Zack Snyder out there. Look at there. Look at that. Look up. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Superman out there. Let's see. P Money asks, can shoes win an Oscar? Maybe they could have a Popeye movie about making sneakers. That would be an interesting one out there. Yeah, when you consider what has been getting Oscars lately, says Amy. That's true. This is true out there. Anyways, they go on. THR says, isn't that because Zack Snyder's fans? She put it so nice. Intense. They're intense online. By the way, no fan of Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, no fan. Just go ask the geeks and grifters fella out there how Zack Snyder treated some of the Comicsgate or Fandom Menace people out there, and you kind of get that. So, not necessarily the same fans out there, but at least she was nice to say intense and not, racist or this or that or blah 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 blah. Ben Affleck says, "Say what you want. It's my highest rated career movie. I've never had one that went from a nadir to pinnacle. Retroactively, it's a hit." I like how he thinks that. Retroactively, it's a hit. Sure, it was terrible at first, but now it's a hit. All of a sudden, I was being congratulated for the bomb I'm in. And he was in Jiggly. That was a terrible movie. Jiggly? The one with Jennifer Lopez out there. I was going to say Jennifer Lawrence. Wrong Jennifer out there. Too many Jennifers. But I was going to direct a Batman and Justice League. Made me go, I'm out. I never want to do this again. I'm not suited, so to speak. And that was the worst experience I've ever seen at a business, which is full of some experiences. It broke his heart. Poor Ben, it broke his heart. There was an idea of someone, Josh Whedon, coming in like, I'll rescue you, and we'll do 60 days of shooting, and I'll write a whole thing around what you've got. I've got it, the secret. And it was, his secret was to make more jokes and puns. That was about it. And that wasn't the secret. That was hard. And I started to drink too much. I was back at the hotel in London. It was either that or jump out the window. Can you imagine Ben Affleck playing Batman? He says, "You know what? This is I don't like this at all. I'm ending it here right here in London. I'm jumping out of the window. Batman jumps to his death." That'd be kind of an interesting headline out there. He just hit the bottle instead. And I just thought, this isn't the life that I want. My kids aren't here. I'm miserable. You want to go to work and find something interesting to hang on to, rather than just wearing a rubber suit. And most of it, you're just standing against the computer screen going, if this nuclear waste gets loose, oh my god, that's fine. I don't want to condescend about that, to that or put it down. But it got to a point, I got to a point where I found it creatively not satisfying. Also, just you're sweaty and exhausted, and I thought, I don't want to participate in this in any way, and I don't want to squander any of more life, which I have a limited amount. And now here's the kicker. This is the one that all the people are tizzy about here. So if DC came to you now and said, do you want to direct something? He says, I would not direct something for the Gunn DC. Absolutely not. I have nothing against James Gunn. Nice guy. I'm sure he's going to do great. Blah, 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 blah. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in the way that they're doing that. I'm not interested in that. I wonder what the that is. Wonder what the that is. So, anyways, there we go. We had actually, speaking of which gets into our next thing here, we actually had some interesting stuff there. So, um, there we go. Oh, our good friend. This is the thing that Bear talks about. I try not to. Bear tries not to beat the drum many times here, but it seems like every other week. James Gunn says something stupid. For crying out loud. Here we go. Gotta talk about stinking James Gunn. Anyways, he says he met with Ben yesterday. This was in December 13th. Precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. That's interesting because he just said in this article here that no, I would not I would not direct something for the James Gunn DC. Absolutely not. Not that he has anything against James Gunn, of course. He's a nice guy. Oh, what a great guy. All that stuff out there. So it's kind of interesting out here that James Gunn, he might not be. Well, let's let somebody speak for themselves here. Might not be the most truthful out here. It's neat. We've got. Let me blow this up. Bear can barely see this. Crying out loud. 1 second here. Here we go. You got somebody talking with James Gunn on the Twitchers out there. Didn't Gunn say in a previous interview that Affleck's not directing a Brave and the Bold? I get this. Gunn is something of a professional liar. But still. And then let's see. James Gunn replies. For years, it's been my commitment to the fans that I would never lie to them. And I never have. I'd be very curious about what it is you think I've lied about. Well, the first thing here, right there, saying that he wants to direct when absolutely he does not want to direct. Absolutely not. Not at all. Not even in, you couldn't pay me enough money. I would just jump out of a window in London before I would do anything with James Gunn or DC out there. Well, here you got James Gunn saying, oh yeah, of course, he's coming in. He's coming in and he's going to direct. I'm never going to lie to my fans out there. Never. And then we kind of flash back here to poor Henry Cavill out there. Oops, that's not the wrong. Well, same difference here. Basically talking about Henry Cavill. Oh yeah, of course we didn't fire him. He's just of the wrong age. And then of course of this one, he wanted to do an origin story. Oh no, it's not an origin story. Definitely not an origin story. No, never. And then people kind of bring this up of like, hey, you're kind of going back and forth here. Like for example, they have the person here. I'm seriously confused. How is Viola Davis still playing Amanda Waller? Aren't you rebooting 100%? That includes Peacemaker, the whole Suicide Squad, and the Snyderverse. Of course, leaving out the Batman. And of course, the Joker out there as well. No. Something's changed, something's not. Sure, it's 100%, but it's not quite 100% out there. Which, by the way, okay, so you have Ben Affleck in the Flash movie here. You have Michael Keaton in the Flash movie. You've got what's his face, Twinkle Toes. Robert Pattinson doing the Batman out there. You're gonna have another what was that? The Bold and the Brave. So that's like four different Batmans out there. I don't think people are gonna be able to keep everybody all together out there. And of course, you got people that say, hey, stuff's kind of messed up. You really haven't been kind of very truthful for what you're saying out there. Yeah, that's so weird, says James Gunn. You seem to be so plugged in. I just had 40 people reach out to me and say, you just got kicked out of your mom's basement. I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. So you've got the guy that's running DC out here, basically insulting people left and right on Twitter when he should just be kind of closing his mouth there and not really kind of saying a whole lot, like especially if you've, gosh, do we go there? Do we go here, people? Let's see. I'm not sure if we should go there. I'm just reading the chat here. Some of the issues with that Bear has with James Gunn was some of the earlier stuff that he was talking about. Got him fired from Disney, brought over to Warner Brothers. He was doing his own thing at Warner Brothers. It was the Suicide Squad 2. They wrote and direct. Didn't really do that well. It did okay. It might have made its money back there, but not so much. Then actually got hired back by Disney. Went and did the Guardians movie out there, coming out this summer or something. So he was kind of fired, but everybody just kind of says, "Oh, what did he?" I don't. So Beer kind of came up with some stuff here. This is the most tame stuff that Beer could come up with here. I'm not gonna read any of them here. Just let them kind of go into the ether here. Just kind of letting people know kind of what kind of fella our good friend out there, James Gunn, is. Kind of got fired for some of this stuff, and probably shouldn't even be back anywhere near polite society. And yet he is talking up the Flash out there with good old Ezra Miller. So we got rid of Henry Cavill. You got rid of Wonder Woman out there. Gosh, it's coming in beer. Come on, brain, think. Anyways, Wonder Woman out there. Gosh, why can't I remember her name? Gal Gadot. Well, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna get rid of those folks, but we're definitely gonna keep Ezra Miller for sure. Noted groomer fella out there, Ezra Miller out there, on his pot farm, allegedly with mech weapons out there. So there you go. There's James Gunn. Didn't want to get into more deeply. There's way worse stuff than some of that. They're jokes, people. They're jokes. Come on. Can't we laugh about, rape? Ha ha. Oh boy. Oh man. That's just funny. That's just hilarious out there. So anyways, try not to bang the drum out here, but there you go. There is some of the stuff that good old James Gunn is involved with. But surely, people, some of the stuff that's coming out of DC is just doing great, including, let me get to it here, let me get out of this. I apologize to some of you people out there. It's terrible stuff that he's involved in there, but there we go. With our good friends, Bounding into Comics, he was making a comment early on, what was that, early mid-January, something like that. They finally came out with the whole gods and monsters kind of concept over there at DC. Let's see. Gunn was clear that the Flash would be resetting the DCU. We were just talking about that to the launch of the DCU. He said, first we have a Shazam. Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. I don't know how you can say he's been off on his own part, but he connects very well. I guess. I don't know. So Shazam is his, basically, it was the Hamda regime that was basically doing Shazam and the Flash here, but since he came aboard, he's taken charge of all this stuff, him and the Saffron out there. Let's see, movie directly connects into the Flash. A fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC. Well, not the entire DCU. I mean, we've got, where was he here? Yeah, anyways. Where was it here? Yeah, no, not that one. I forget. It was one of these tweets here. Oh, there we go. Why are you not rebooting 100%? Oh, well, we're not rebooting 100%. Oh, we aren't? Well, Because it says so right here that it totally resets everything. So, go figure out there. Well, let's check in. Let's check in, people. On the first one there, Shazam, Fury of the Gods. How are we doing? How are we doing with Shazam? Shazam, Fury of the Gods doesn't fly with moviegoers at 30. Look at it, people. $30 million opening. From our good friends here at Deadline. And Anthony D'Alessandro out here. Let's see, there he is. There's Zach Levi. I'm sure it's a decent movie, but it's not doing very well. And very kind of interesting. We were talking one of the previous times about how maybe some of the stuff in DC might be sold off here. So right now we actually have co-produced. So Shazam was co-produced with Warner Brothers DC and New Line Cinema out there, which is part of the Universal. Might be Universal out there. I forget where New Line is out of there. But anyways, let's see. It hit trekking 4 weeks ago with a low $35 million projection. And it was shocking and not shocking to rival distributors. Shocking because in a spring full of franchise tentpoles, many of which are seeing a record opening domestic highs, how can a DC property like Shazam not keep up with the pack? Not shocking in that, well, it's a goofy old Shazam. That's kind of their opinion on that. I think there's plenty of Shazam fans out there. Or maybe not. Amy says, "Oh, I totally forgot they're making another Shazam. It is out now. It is literally out now." Now, while it's possible for a movie to start low in its projections on tracking and swell as the studio spends the bulk of its print and advertising out there in the final lap before its opening, like Avatar. Avatar started pretty good, but then it just kind of built up over time. The outlook on Shazam, Fury of the Gods, didn't budge, and now the David Sandberg direct sequel, produced by Warner Brothers, newly installs co-head Peter Safran, and James Gunn, is looking, pardon me here, got me all coughed up here. Let me grab a drink. There we are. Let's see, Peter Safran is looking at a $30 million start in U.S. and Canada. And that would be off 44% from the first movies in 2019 at 53.5. So not doing very well. Let's see, it is at $11.7 million on Friday. That's not a good opening at all. Off the First Pick's $20 million. Even if Shazam 2 benefits from family matinees and builds up to a $35 to $40 million opening, which no one's expecting, it's still off from the First Pick's stateside start. First Pick stateside start. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Tougher beer. Realize we live in a marketplace where we are used to seeing superhero sequels outperforming the openings of their predecessors, except for Ant-Man. Deadline's got to flack a little bit here for Warner Brothers. Audiences' diagnoses are off for Shazam. The DC Captain Marvel received a B+ cinema score to the first title's A, and pulled in less than the 18 to 34 demographic, 56 to 64. Audiences' exits on the first Shazam were harder than cinema score results. 79% positive, 59% recommend. Which it was kind of interesting. I remember that first weekend, it was developing buzz. It was developing buzz out there. The sequel saw similar results, 78% positive and 64% recommend. Men over 25 were the biggest quad. Oh, they got quads, people, don't you know? All the quads. For Shazam, back in 2019 at 35% and 82% grade. Part 2 saw 40%. With a lower grade of 77. No, it's not bad. I mean, it's slightly less than the previous one, but not terrible. Rivals believe that the scores on the first Shazam weren't good enough to demand a sequel. Why did New Line make one? Because Shazam netted them a profit of $75 million after all the ancillaries. From a $100 million production cost and a $105 million global marketing spend. So $200 $200+ million spent on the first one. We kind of figure, okay, it's probably same ballpark, maybe a little bit more for the second movie out there. So they made $30 million on a $200+ million budget out there. So once again, that's why Beer kind of thinking the Gunn Saffron thing. They're going to lower whatever movie that they might eventually end up making. They're going to, if he ends up doing, which is still a question mark, if he still ends up doing the Superman movie, probably closer to maybe $50 to $80 million plus, another 20 to 40 in advertising. And that's, well, maybe a little bit more than that with it being a Superman movie. But it's definitely not going to cost $100 million or $200 million total out there. Probably $125, $150 million if Beer would have to guess. So there you go. Just kind of picture Shazam out there with what they were able to do with $200 million and cut that by $50 million or so for Superman out there. Is it going to still be the same quality? Probably not. Warner's didn't drop the ball in marketing Shazam, trotting out the first trailer in the cast in the Return to Person San Diego Comic-Con last July. Holy cow, that's been a while. In fact, those who saw Shazam 2, 18% said the in-theater trailer, and 16% cited the YouTube trailer as the most influential means of marketing. Or Bear's channel for Amy out here. Some sources sniped to a deadline here that the materials for Shazam were giddy, and that the concept of everyone is just Shazam. Bear did not have a stroke, I promise you. Not yet. Deflates from him being the almighty superhero. However, that was always the spirit of this B tier. Really? Is he really a B tier DC superhero? Going back to the first film. Also, you cannot fault Warner's distribution for doing their jobs. They did protect Shazam 2 from getting in the way of Avatar. It would have got blown out then at Christmas, so it could have access to IMAX and the what do they call that? The higher priced ticket theaters out there. Shazam's inability to fly at the box office is largely due to the fact that there's no one wanting to see among core DC fans in regards to the sequel. And some people that had no idea that it was even out. It's not part of the connective tissue in the DC universe. That would be... I don't know if that's a pro or con. Gunn seemed to say, it's not connected, so of course it connects. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Why would I would never lie to you people. Let's see, and that's the problem that DC bosses Gunn and Saffron are looking to fix. Are they? Well, they're not insulting people online. They've been very public about laying out their new multiverse, and it's never made certain that Shazam would be a definitive part of their Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. No, it is. It literally. Oh, wait, let me go back. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been kind of on its own part of the DCU, so he connects very well, and that moves directly into the Flash. Movie loves blah blah blah, and it resets the entire DC universe. So you have to have Shazam and then the Flash before you reset everything. It was an integral part of everything. It wasn't gonna be like a Batgirl out there where, we're just gonna cut the movie. Beer literally, Beer's wrong plenty of times. I totally thought they were gonna just cut bait with the Flash out there. No, let's go ahead and put more money into it. Okay, why? The exclusion of Shazam has taken away from the sheen from what could have been a standalone crowd-pleasing movie. Again, not a must-see for DC fans. Again, it's going to be completely rebooted, so whether it's a must-see or not, it ends. I mean, it literally ends after the next movie, and it totally gets rebooted. In fact, one of the reasons why Shazam was developed over at New Line was because it was a lighter comedy project, and an outlier to the gravitas of the Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash has gravitas. Really? Seriously? Come on now. While Gunn and Safran don't want to simply toss away the character played by Zachary Levi, the actor made it clear to Deadline at the sequel's world premiere, if there's a threequel, it all comes down to what people want. Well, Zach, I got some bad news for you, man. I got some bad news for you there, man. In wrangling the entire DC universe under one newly revised umbrella, something which James Gunn and Safran are confident the previously Walter Hamda designed The Flash can do on June 16th. Gunn exclaimed to the DC press back in January that, as everyone here probably knows, the history of DC is pretty messed up. It was effed up. But you're gonna fix it, aren't you, Gunn? He's gonna fix it. Shazam is a family property, much like Marvel's Ant-Man. However, Marvel Studio has grown that franchise opening to an all-time high of $106 million. No, it was less than the previous two movies. Deadline, just flacking. It doesn't matter who they're flacking for. Because they've made the deeper universe character important in the context of a larger universe. Most people are probably kind of ambivalent about, what is it, Phase 4, Phase 5, wherever we are. Thus making it a must-see for fans. How many people out there must-see Ant-Man? A key driver for that threequel was the featured debut of the MCU, Batty Kang, played by Jonathan Majors, who was introduced in Loki. In sum, there's no reason for the audience of The Batman and Spider-Man No Way Home to go out of their way and spend time with Shazam in a part 2. Again, they're saying he's just not serious in regards to the larger canon, but there's not going to be a larger canon. Shazam's stopped. It's the end. Beep, hit on the brakes. Beep, he's done. Done. So if you go ahead and tell people, hey, we want you to go see this movie that's supposed to be part of the DC universe, extended universe, but we're going to totally just rebrand 100% of that, or maybe not 100%, maybe just 90%, well, maybe 85%, 80%, whatever. It's 100% of 80%. That we're going to be changing out there. Why would you go see it? Why? I mean, okay, maybe you like the first movie, let's go see the second movie, but Grant, we'll get to the crypto and NFT talk in here just a moment. You just wait, sir. Just wait. While all the above might be logical in regards to Shazam, its lackluster open, there was another inherent element which did not work, and that is in the aging up of the Pix protagonist. Pix protagonist Billy Baston. From a 12-year-old in the 2019 film to a teenager in part 2. The first Shazam charmed in being like a superhero version of Tom Hanks' classic Big, maybe, as well. Aging Shazam to teenagedom. Is teenagedom an actual word? Hold on, people. Pardon me here. 1 second. Teenagedom. No, it's not an actual word. Isn't as cute. No one was looking for a sequel to Superhero Big. No, I think that people just don't care because it's a dead end. You go ahead and announce the dead end, and then you say, hey, come on, people, let's go check out the movie. Well, why? Shazam Fury of the Gods meet its global start of $85 million off of a... Oh, there we go. Oh, holy cow. So it was higher. It was higher. The first one was 100 million, and this one's 125. Production cost. Does it still profit? Nah, probably not. Marketing costs for the sequel are on par with the first, if not less. Okay, as the new Warner Brothers Discovery is about promoting their IPs through their owned and operated TV and streaming tentacles at efficient speed. He's told by those in the know it'll be pretty tough to get Shazam in the black. Gotta get it in the black out there. So there we are. Just as a comparison here, let's see. I don't know if this is. They might have dropped, but just comparing the two, Ant-Man was in 2,650 theaters. Shazam almost double that, 4,000 71 out there. So, Scream. How many Screams are they going to make? Holy cow, 6? 6? I, I, the first one was good, the second one was alright, and then God, why do you need to make any more? We already know what's going to happen. Let's see, Creed as well, 3,000. So, with less theaters, let's see, Scream, 18 million for the 3-day, Creed, 15 million for the 3-day. Put those two together, they basically add up to Shazam out there. But Shazam was supposed to. This is kind of some weak. Ant-Man had been in the theaters for 5 weeks here. Creed 3 weeks. Scream 2. The dinosaur movie 2 weeks there. So he had it all to himself out there. All to himself out there, and only managed to scrape up $30 million. So not looking good for old James out there. Old James, not doing too well for him. We'll see about the Flash out there. Actually, Bear is going to reverse himself here. Bear wanted to, talk down the Flash. Oh, let's make sure it bombs. No, Bear is reversing himself here. Bear wants the Flash to succeed beyond anyone's wildest expectations, because that's just gonna throw a wrench right into everybody's plans there, because they're gonna be like, oh no, we can't reboot. The Flash is a hit. Oh, we gotta keep old crazy eyes Ezra Miller out there. Keep pumping out those Flash movies. And James Gunn's like, but I tried to reboot the Flash. Now we gotta come back with the Flash. For crying out loud. So no, Bear's gonna be promoting the hell out of the Flash out there, just to see him squirm. What the hell? What the hell, man? Yes, indeed. All right, let me get back to the chat. This guy is awful. Well, I apologize, Amy. I apologize. Let's see. It's like they want to lose all the money they can as quickly as possible. There could be kind of like a producer's aspect to it where, they just put a whole bunch of money into the insurance claims where it's like, okay, we want these movies to fail, so we make money on the insurance claims where it bombs so badly. Maybe they did that with The Flash. Maybe that's another good reason to promote the hell out of it and say, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Amy says, well, if it's a good movie, it can pick up on the second week when people talk about it. Maybe. There's some films out there. Avatar, good example of that, where it did a really good opening weekend and then just kind of held, and sometimes actually did better on some of the later weekends. It was right there in Christmas time, too, so a lot of people go into the theaters there. This one, you got spring break happening. You got a number of other things happening there. Outside of the Discovery kind of universe there may not have been a whole lot of advertising. I mean, Amy didn't know about it. What was it? 16% of the people, where was it here? Like 16% of the people found out about it from the theater. 18%. 16% for YouTube. Let's see, 30 odd percent there. Outside of, the Discovery universe there, sort of advertising space there, did it get enough word of mouth? Maybe not. Did people that enjoyed the first movie, were they really, really, really excited about going seeing the second movie? Maybe not. Maybe they wanted to go see Creed, or maybe they wanted to go see the dinosaur movie. You never know. You never know. Well, Jiminy tells Beer here, Shazam 2 is worse than the first one. Well, let's not be putting down trash out here, Jiminy. Let's not go that far. Anyways, apparently Jiminy went to go see it, and it is worse people than the first one. Huh. Plus, they made one of the kids gay. Oh, for crying out loud. Hashtag stunning and brave. Checkbox movie, he says. All the wrong checkboxes, apparently. Oh, that's sad. You never know how much, kind of after, did they, I don't recall if they did any reshoots for this movie. I know they pushed it back a little bit, but you never know. Maybe they added some of the woke stuff in there at the very end. Ant-Man had that same problem. They added too many jokes. The Marvel joke factory out there. Thanks, Josh Whedon. Appreciate that. The whole joke factory out there. Yeah. So you never know. You never know. Sorry to hear that, Jimmy. I was hoping that Shazam. I mean, what was his name? Zachary Levi, a decent actor out there, kind of a good guy. I know a lot of people talk about his Christianity and all that sort of stuff. Kind of a rare thing to see in Hollywood. So, maybe that was part of it. Maybe they were kind of downplaying that just because he was, playing up a little bit of the Christianity there. You never know. You never know. Let's see. We're all waiting on Fear to start on the NFT topic. Well, sir. Now that you've said it, let's go directly to the NFT market and see what's going on out there. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. There's plenty of stuff that's going on out there that, banks failing. He's like, the bank failed. Oh, well, let's just come in and bail out everybody. But they made a whole lot of bad bets, and you're not supposed to make them whole after a certain amount. No. We're gonna make them, especially all the Chinese people out there. We're gonna make those people whole. Okay. What about the local banks and the heartland? Oh no, screw them. Hey, if those banks fail, we're not even gonna come to help them. Anyways, that's Beer's crypto talk right there. No, we know how much everyone loves the crypto talk. Alright, anyways, comicbook.com out here. A DC swimsuit, a variant cover spotlight, beyond Batman, Poison Ivy, and more. A DC is returning back to Is it a fan favorite? Beer mentioned this, I think, last year. It just happened to come across. It was a Batman. It's like Batman at the beach or Batman wearing a bathing suit or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of never seen Batman in a bathing suit before. Well, that's interesting. Okay, he still had the mask on. So, if Batman is at the beach, getting a tan, right? He's got the cowl, right? He's got the cowl. Nobody can tell that he's Bruce Wayne, right? And of course, he goes back to the manor, takes off the cowl and all that sort of stuff. Has to go to, a fancy soiree or party or whatever as Bruce Wayne. Do people notice the tan lines right there with the cowl? Do they see that? Do they see where his jaw is really tanned, but the upper part of his face isn't tanned at all? Wouldn't that be kind of weird? Beer thinks about this way too much, people. Way too much. On Friday, as part of the publisher's June 2023 solicitations, it was revealed that DC will be launching a number of swimsuit variant cover. These covers would be open to order for a number of publishing issues in June, and will showcase the various heroes and villains of the universe in their swimsuit of choice. Oh, it is. Okay, so it's the second year in a row the DC has done a swimsuit cover after launching them in August of 2022. I thought that was part of it. The idea of superheroes in swimsuits partially stems from the Marvel swimsuit specials of the 1990s, which were a series of annuals that showcased the publisher's characters in swimwear, and they were modeled after the Sports Illustrated swimsuit specials. We can't do that these days. Holy cow. They can't. Sports Illustrated can't even do that anymore. I think the last one they had was a fella in a swimsuit. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on here? In recent years, as the array of comic characters and the comic creators has grown more diverse, it has. There has been a renewed fervor to see the concept brought back, with fans and even creators unofficially contributing art online in the summer of 2018. Actually, you know what? That would actually make a pretty good D&Q. Superheroes in the swimsuits. That would be kind of an interesting one. Just leave it wide open like that. Marvel, DC, whatever, Comicsgate, doesn't matter. Have Cyberfrog in a swimsuit. That would be a good D&Q out there. And it goes on. Let me actually get to him. Let's get to him here. Where are we just talking about him when we can show him? There's Batman. There's Batman. That would be... Let's go down the list here. Sweeney Boo for Poison Ivy number 13. Terrell and Rachel Dodson for Catwoman. I think that was that one. Joe Cajonas for Titans number 2. Michael Allred for Wonder Woman number 800. Pete Woods for Detective Comics 1073. Wow, they're getting up there. Babs Tarr for the Batman Superman World's Finest number 16. Is that the one where Superman's gay? He kind of looks I don't know. That looks very close. Very close. Why does Batman have his chest hair in a bat? Or Bruce Wayne, I should say. Bruce Wayne. Why does Bruce Wayne have his chest hair in a bat? That might be a little good. And Otto Schmidt for Action Comics number 1057. That was the thumbnail out there. So there we go. There were some interesting ones out there. There we go. Wonder Woman. That looks pretty interesting. Pretty cool. I do like this Poison Ivy one. You know, it's kind of sultry, but not going overboard with it. Not going overboard with it there. I like how Aquaman is like running out for a pass. That's pretty cool. Jiminy Cricket does affirm that it is pretty gay. I would go there. What's the deal with the chest hair, though? I don't know. That was a pretty close bullet, too. Holy cow. Went right past his hand, right past his head, right past his other hand there. That was pretty close. Pretty close. And the Catwoman's alright. Catwoman's a decent Catwoman out there. Can't go wrong with that one. Wonder Woman, looking good. Looking good. I don't know what's going on with her six-packs there, but there you go. There she is. What does it say? Kuna Waves? Kuna Waves or something? Anyways, I kind of like the Poison Ivy out of the best one there. Along with, I'll bring back the other one here. Where am I? No, not that one. I can't see it. There we go. There we go. That was the other one here. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Yeah, I think that would make a very interesting D&Q if you just did superheroes as a kind of swimsuit issue, I suppose. There you go. Horrible Wonder Woman art. Horrible Wonder Woman art. It did look a little, not the best. I'm pretty sure Jiminy could do a much better job. I challenge Jiminy out there to do. Let me go back to it. Let me find it here. 1 second here, people. You can see it. It's on the other monitor. There we go. There we go. I challenge. Bear challenges Jiminy to do a better Wonder Woman in a bikini at the beach out there than the one that they have as a professional artist for DC out here. Hey. Sometimes you just wonder sometimes. Oh, P-Money, let's see. Hey guys, I was just playing a board game with the family. Well, hopefully you won this time. Hopefully you won. Let's see. P-Money says, I just know when Jiminy draws Power Girl, she faces the audience. Faces the hashtag always. Well, again, once again, another challenge. Another challenge out there, too. Good friend Jiminy out there. Let's see that in action, sir. Let's see it in action. Yeah, anyways, one of you needs to get a word to Mike. We need to do a Superheroes in Swimsuit Edition for D&Q. That would do pretty well, I think. Do pretty well. Instead of some of the, obscure ones that, pardon me, Bear's not the biggest anime fan out there, but, it's like, okay, we're going to do the anime thing. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll be checking out, probably, Carson will win it. Carson might win that one, so, yeah, there you go. There you go. Man thing in a swimsuit. I don't know. Don't know about that one. Power Girl, best view is from the front. Well, we've got some strong opinions out here on that one. Strong opinions on oops, not the browser. Let me go back. Where am I? Do the thing with the thing there. Here we go. strong opinions out here from the Peanut Gallery. Yes, indeed. So there we are. Face in front. You gotta get that back. You gotta get that back in. You gotta do it sometime. I mean, you gotta flip around sometime. I mean, you know, again, you don't want to have like half tanned and the other half like as white as her swimsuit there. That would not make much sense. Not make much sense at all. Anyways, we will cover that up for Jimmy, so we can get that out of his mind. Get that out of his mind out here. Oh, good to see VM here. Let's see. Power Girl's best view is from the front. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Man thing in a swimsuit. Why does Batman wear his gloves when diving, but not a shirt? So he doesn't leave fingerprints. So he doesn't leave fingerprints out there. That's Bear's best guess. The best guess that Bear has out here. Fingerprints. It's got to be about fingerprints, for sure. All right. Well, let's see. Do I have anything else? Did Bear have? Where is his crypto stuff? Where is his? Let's see. Here we go. There's some of it. Oh, let's check out what's Luna doing. Luna's pretty just terrible there. So there you go. There is your crypto. Oh, Luna crashed last year, didn't they? So they've been out of it for quite a while there. But anyways, there is your crypto. There's your crypto talk for the day, people. Makes everybody whole out there. Yeah, again, all the banks are into it now. They're all failing, so there you go. Just go ahead and pull all your money out and put it under the mattress. That's what Bear would say. Do not take either financial advice or medical advice from Bear. That's for sure. Do not do either of those. But boy, oh boy, was he right. Was he right about the NFTs? Man, tell you what. Anyways, people. Anyways, all this talk. I want to thank. Let me go back. Let me thank everybody here. Of course, Jiminy. Of course, P-Money out there as well. All the Lesters. We appreciate you. Grant. Grant and VM are the only ones here without a wrench. Grant, good to see Grant out here. Let's see. Am I missing anybody else? Jiminy. Jiminy, did I already say Jiminy? Let's see, anybody else? I don't think I'm missing anybody. Except for the Russian bots and our lurkers out there. We appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, by the way, before Bear goes, hoping to do here let me see if I can get to it. Fingers crossed. I want to try it next week where it will be the Rambo Part 2 watch along. Still trying to get part of that. I've gotten. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Do the thing with the thing. Come on, Bear. I got it probably about halfway. Let's see. Can I do this one? Yeah, this will be fine. Let me see if I can bring this in. 1 second here, people. Do the thing with the thing. Anyways, trying to do another Batman watch along. Man, people, it is sometimes difficult to do this because you got to get all these stuff lined up here for you. Let me see if I can do it. Find it. Do the thing with the thing. 1 second here, people. Directory. Do the thing with the thing. And the thing. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. No, don't allow. Gosh dang it. Where am I? Yeah, we'll just do this one. Let's see, can I do that? Did I do it? There we go. Okay. There we go. Oops, they're too big. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, I gotta resize it and all that other stuff, but, getting around to finally doing the Rambo stuff, so we've got some of this stuff. This is probably all out of order. I still need to get it into a little bit in order here, but there we go. Doing some stuff. Rambo 2, hopefully, knock on wood here, hopefully next Saturday, but don't, Bear will make a post about it. We'll try and do some warning for everybody. Hey, we're going to be doing the movie this week, so hoping to do it next Saturday. If not, it might be the following Saturday out there. But yeah, definitely trying to get that done. About halfway through. People know the movie out there, right up to the scene where Rambo gets caught. Sorry, spoiler alerts. Rambo gets caught and is tortured by the Ruskies out there. So we're getting to that, and then hopefully moving on from there. So Beer's gonna watch the movie, figure out where his. I've got so many freaking screen grabs here. Okay, gotta put this screen grab here and this screen grab here. Oh, okay, it fits in the same scene. Yada yada. So there we go. It's kind of a sort of preview of what we're doing out here. But there we go. Rambo Part 2. First Blood Part 2. Why do they call it First Blood Part 2? I don't know, but there you go. There's a supposedly a Vietnamese guy firing a 50 caliber machine gun from the United States. Maybe they had some left over. Maybe they had it left over. Anyways, hopefully, hoping to do that here next Saturday, but we will see. We will see. Bear will make an announcement about that. Everybody on the other channel, I mean, that is just blowing up. Probably several hundred views a day. It's kind of crazy. The channel that Bear pays the least attention to is doing the best. So there you are. There we are. Great to see Humphrey Bear here. What is the topic? The topic was talking about DC and some of the crazy stuff was going on. Bear's hopefully going to do a Rambo watch along here next week. Knock on wood, hopefully. So we'll see. But other than that, Bear's wrapping it up. Because you know what, people? All this talk about DC and superheroes and swim air, yada, yada, yada. It's making Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr.